She said good.
Well, it's not good, but
Is it okay?
I'm having a real rough time. No, I'm having a real rough time. Illness-wise.
Yeah.
And my sister left today. We actually had a really good visit.
Yeah, well, you're walking around yesterday. Really did a number on you.
Not yesterday, the day before.
Was it the day before yesterday? Are you sure? It wasn't yesterday? Oh yeah, it was the day before yesterday.
Yeah, it was the day before. And
It's been a weird week.
it has been. So all our company has gone home, and there's a very strong possibility that I might have C. diff.
Yeah.
We kind of thought this might come up because the one doctor put me on one of the antibiotics that's on my list that I'm not supposed to take.
Keflex.
Yeah, and she put me on it, and she said as long as you take a probiotic with it, you should be fine. Well,
That didn't work out.
no, I've been throwing up for the last 2 to 3 days. It's been gradually getting worse, and stomach cramping, really just uncomfortable. So we're going to call my doctor. She is aware of the incident, and I think she said if I get any of the symptoms to call her.
Yeah.
So I think we have to give her a call. Hopefully she'll just call in the medicine I need to knock this out of me before it gets to the point where I have to be hospitalized. So hopefully that'll happen. So, but other than that, everything is just hunky-dory.
Yeah. Of course.
Kevin's going to do some work in the basement, right?
Yes, I am.
And then I'm going to put him to work in my room.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's never good.
Yeah, but it's always fun.
She has to redo her room every week.
Well, does it, I mean, I like the smaller shelf on that end and the bigger shelf on this end, but I do my videos in front of my shelves. And that one holds more. So I need to switch them. It may look a little odd with the bigger shelf, the desk, and the smaller shelf, but
We couldn't buy a bigger shelf.
yeah. Oh, why? But the bigger shelf we ordered, and it's not in stock, and they cannot give us a date of when it's going to be back in stock. So, why? Ow! That's my boob, you know, I do need those. Why I need them, I don't know.
I was just about to ask. So what have you been using them for? All right, well, we better say goodbye.
I'm trying to think of a reason.
Before we go any further, say goodbye. Okay, so I'm in my basement today. I don't know if I'm going to get anything accomplished because I had some issues. I'm not getting this to work properly. There is something that I'm going to try and do today. One of the things that I know is not working is the circulation fans. These are fans that blow hot air across the hot stove and out into the room. And they kind of don't work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I'm thinking it might be a wire connection. I'm going to remove the plug and replace them with something else. And I think that might be part of my problem. And if I get that fixed. I got a little more heat coming in here, but I am having a problem keeping it lit. I know that the fan inside the exhaust system is a little knocked up and a little beat up, so I don't know how efficient it's being, and I keep wondering about my venting, because every time I read about this, they keep telling you to vent outside. So not through. If I wanted to do it through a chimney, then I should have a stainless steel pipe going all the way up to the top. Now, I don't understand why. Maybe one of you can tell me. I just don't feel it's venting correctly, and it's not burning well. So, or I just got gypped on this stove. Like most of my projects, I bought it 2 years ago, and I don't get to work on it until I get to 100 other projects that I needed to get to. So I'll replace the wire, see how that is. I'm going to start a fire in it again today and see if it's just something I'm doing. Here is my fan that's been sort of rigged up. It's only attached at the top, I'm assuming, it's so it doesn't rattle, I don't know. And it's got this plug. And when I first saw it, I'm thinking, there's something that could go wrong. So I tried squeezing them together, and it doesn't really work that well. It's got little tiny posts. I don't know if you can see them. And of course, there's nothing I can replace them with that are exactly the same. But I do have these, and that's how I checked to see if it was working. Actually, I just pulled a cord that had those particular type of connections on it, and it will stay on. And I plugged it in, and it worked fine. Got to be careful with them. Need to crimp them a little bit, but it will work. So I'll cut this thing off. I'll attach 2 of these and see if I can get this fan running. Maybe I should unplug it first. Okay, so I'll plug that in and see if that one fan will fire up. I'll do the other. Alright, so I've gotten both of these fans rewired. Blew a fuse doing it, but replaced the fuse. Both fans have been plugged in. Neither one of them are running. Now, I don't know enough about this to know if those fans are supposed to kick in once it hits a certain temperature or what. But I have a feeling that it's never going to hit that temperature, because I can't really keep the fire going inside. I'm not getting a decent draft. So, okay, leave it on, keep an eye on it for a while. And that's about all I can do today. Again, anybody out there know anything about these things? I really appreciate the help.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Oh,
No.
She heard the camera. Oh.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to scare you.
So everybody has left the building.
It's been very calm.
Yeah, it's just you, Kevin and I here now. Sarah and Ian are both at work. And we just watched an episode of The Haunting of Bly House. Or Bly Manor. The Haunting of Bly Manor. I think we have one episode left to go. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it is.
But I have to fold the load of clothes that's in the dryer, switch the clothes over, and I really have 3 more loads to do, and the only reason I have 3 more loads is because I wash my towels separately, my blankets separately, my clothes separately.
That's a lot of work.
It is. Well, plus
especially if you can throw it all into one.
Well, we can't do a full load, a large load. We got to do medium loads because whatever the heck is going on with our washer machine. So, if we do a large load, a lot of the times it doesn't follow through and doesn't drain. So then you have these socked and wet clothes you got to wring out and then throw a few in the dryer and run it twice, and so it's just crazy. So I don't do anything larger than a medium load. What was that?
Cat jumping on me and knocking stuff the wrong way.
So I won't do anything larger than a medium load, but I got to fold. I think it's towels. I just got to fold towels.
Okay.
And then I still feel like death warmed over. But that was a whole incident trying to get medications today. Should I explain?
Yeah, sure. It's along the same lines that we usually get. You want me to start since I started
do it?
All right. Val, it looks like Val may have C. diff, which is something usually happens when she takes a certain type of antibiotic.
First of all, we're like 90% sure it's C. diff. We are.
Yeah.
Dr. Schmidt has been aware that this phone call may be coming.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I just made a simple call, said, hey, left a message, Dr. Schmidt. Hey, Dr. Schmidt, we're pretty sure that that Val has C. diff. She's been vomiting, diarrhea. It's pretty bad. And so she usually gets Flagyl when she gets this for the C. diff. If you could prescribe that for us, that would be great. But of course, just the way insurance works and the doctors work, they're not going to do that. They want you to come in so that they could.
Dr. Schmidt would have done it, but she's out of the office till Tuesday.
Which is often. But so we had to run around, and poor Val had to deal with it all herself because I had to run to the store and forgot my phone. So she's not happy with me about that. But so yeah, they weren't going to give it to her because it's.
What had happened is the nurse called while Kevin was gone, and she's like, "Oh, we want you to come in. We want to see you." And I'm like, "No." I said, "There's no way I can drive that far in the condition I am in." I said, "I am too sick to do that." And I'm crying at this point. I said, "I have a major aversion to doctors. I will not see anybody but my doctor." I said, and I'll just wait till Tuesday to talk to her, and if I die before then, I die. And I'm crying, and she's like, "Oh my God, I don't want you to feel like this." She says, "Can I get you a phone appointment with a different doctor?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take a phone appointment, but, I don't want to come in And even taking a phone appointment with somebody else is causing me major anxiety. I have a major aversion to doctors. So, another doctor called me back, and I went through everything since the night at the hospital when the doctor gave me the antibiotic and told me it was okay as long as I took a probiotic with it. Then I went to my regular doctor and she said, no, stop it immediately. So I did. With the knowing that there's a possibility that that phone call is going to come, that I have C. diff, and she was going to call me in the medication that I needed. Unfortunately, it happened while she's on vacation. So the nurse that I was talking to had the doctor call me back. I went through everything. The doctor, which I don't understand this, is willing to call me in the medication that I need to treat flagell. She said, we really need a stool sample. I said, listen, I said, this is my 4th time dealing with flagell, or with C. diff. I said, I know the symptoms. I know what happens. I know how I feel. I said, I am 95% sure this is C. diff. I said, I don't go anywhere. I'm not around other people. I did not pick up a stomach bug. This is C. diff. So she said, I'll call you in enough of the medication to get you through till Tuesday when Dr. Schmidt is back.
You know how stupid that is? Because
that's what I was going to say. I'm like...
It's an antibiotic.
Right, and you have to take a full...
10 days.
Right. So she's only going to call me in till Tuesday, and then Dr. Schmidt is going to have to call me in the rest.
They're acting like this is a controlled substance and you're abusing it.
You know,
it's an antibiotic.
I'm sick. I'm puking. I'm crapping. If it goes much longer without medication, I'm going to start throwing up liquids because that's what happens.
Yeah.
You can't even keep liquids down.
Yeah, you can't keep anything down.
So, I don't understand why she just...
Yeah, they almost killed you the first time.
The very first time I had it, I was deathly ill. I was at the point, I couldn't even sip water. I couldn't even take a sip of water. Yeah. There was nothing left in my body for me to throw up. Mm-hmm. I was throwing up bile.
And I finally forced them to put you in the hospital, and then they figured out that it was C. diff. The funny thing is, like a week after you had C. diff, suddenly there was a big article on the news saying, hey, one of the biggest killers that goes untreated nowadays is C. diff.
Yeah. Anyway, are you going to work? Ooh, I'm getting a dirty look. We're just going to...
Oop.
We're going to go ahead and call it an evening.
Oop. Are you okay, buddy? Are you okay? You don't have to. All right, never. I don't think we should.
My baby. Anyway, we're not going to make her howl tonight. She's been howling a lot lately.
All right.
I'll just give you hugs, kisses. Peace out, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. And I'm not feeling well enough to do any lives right now. So maybe tomorrow, because Kevin's got a project he has to do for me tomorrow. So maybe I'll film him doing that.
She likes to make fun of me.
I love making fun of him. Maybe I'll get him to twerk. Bye, guys.
That'll cost you. Bye.